Let's turn our attention on the APC. I'm talking about the All People's Congress, and the leader of that party, Hassan Ayarga, has promised to extend the current free SHS system to tertiary institutions. He announced the free university policy at the second National Delegates Congress of the APC yesterday, where he was acclaimed as the flag-bearer for the 2020 elections. Well, 14 national executives of the party were acclaimed also at the same event. Listen to him whilst he outlines some of the policies he intends to implement.
We shall have built ultra-modern hospitals nationwide. Just not hospitals. Building hospitals are not enough. Equipping hospitals is the most important thing. The doctor-patient ratio is the most important thing. And we shall continue to give free dialysis to every Ghanaian who needs it. Free dialysis. All those having kidney problems, be assured that when the APC government wins election, your problems are solved. I would rather spend money on free dialysis than spend money on land cruisers for ministers. We will introduce what is called price guarantee system. The NDC and the NPP has never thought of it. Price guarantee system. Price guarantee system is that every commodity that is going to be sold in the market must be scrutinized. You cannot just get up in the morning and start selling your items. You increase the price the way you want. No. Every commodity must be scrutinized. Must know the price of the commodity, how much was imported, how much was put in, and the profit margin must be determined by government. So you cannot just change prices like what is happening in Makola market and Agogoji market and all the other markets where. Today you want to buy a phone, they say 5 cedis. Tomorrow you go there, oh, you're now you're 30 cedis. That will not happen under my leadership. If pure water is sold in Ghana for 1 cedi, every part of Ghana is 1 cedi. Nobody can increase it to 2 cedi. We will build concrete roads and underground system.
Let's go live and speak to Hassan Ayarga, who is the presidential candidate for the APC. Many thanks for your time, and congratulations are in order after you were acclaimed yesterday. But those are a lot of ambitious, policies you talked about yesterday at your Congress that you intend to implement if you are elected. How do you intend to fund, for example, free dialysis? Mr. Ayarga, if you can unmute your microphone, that would be very helpful. So as you can see, Mr. Ayarga is having a bit of a difficulty,
Hello?
Can you hear me now? Very good. Good.
Yes, I can hear you.
Good, good. So I was congratulating you on being acclaimed as the APC presidential candidate. But very quickly, like I indicated, you have outlined a lot of ambitious policies. You talk about, taking up the cost of, the dialysis treatment. You also talk about extending the free SHS policy to the university level. How do you intend to fund all of these policies?
Araba, as you are aware, in this country, there's a lot of corruption ongoing. And if we are to cut down on corruption alone, I am 100% sure that we'll be able to implement free tertiary education. One will ask, why even the implementation of a free secondary tertiary education? That's the most important factor one should be asking. If we also cut down on vehicles, giving free vehicles and land cruisers to ministers, free accommodation, free fuel, I'm sure we'll get enough money. If we also look at the issue of widening our tax system and making sure that we create an enabling environment for businesses to thrive so that we can tax them in the system of capitalism in a way, I am 100% sure the 2 million students in school will be catered for without difficulties.
Mr. Ayarga, let's talk about the specifics. So have you costed how such a policy will cost? What are the estimates, You say you will take up the cost of paying for university, the tuition for university students. So have you costed it? What are the estimates?
We have done the costing for 900,000 students. But depending on the ratio of students going to school that particular year, will either increase the cost or decrease the cost of the university tertiary education.
And what does the 900,000 come to?
With the 900,000, we're looking at an estimate of 2.6 million Ghana, 2.3 million Ghana cedis. Okay.
Within what time frame?
Within the period of, every year. Okay. Every year we spend not less than 3 million Ghana cedis just for their school fees. Okay. Now, if you look at that, that is not much money needed to cater for paying for their free tertiary. Then, the most important thing is that you realize that the NPP government has implemented free senior high school. Now, if we don't give these students free tertiary education, what is going to happen? Mass dropout of the senior high school after this academic year.
All right.
Because they won't even have the money to continue to pay for their tertiary education.
Very well. Mr. Ayarga, let's come to the issue of health. You also talked about taking up the cost of, kidney patients. Patients, yes. Yeah, dialysis treatment. Have you costed that as well? How much is it going to cost?
That one has not been costed because we don't know the number of patients that are going to be using the free dialysis. But what has been costed is the equipment needed for the free dialysis. And we have done a cost of, let's say, I think we did 500 dialysis machines, which each one was costing around $70,000. So if you multiply 70 by 5, you'll be getting about $3.5 million for those equipment. For the dialysis machines. And that is not much for a nation like Ghana to say that we don't have those, that we can't afford those dialysis equipment.
All right, very quickly. Now, we heard you earlier saying that if you are elected president, on your first night, you will spend the night in police cells. Why is that the case?
That is to send a signal to every corrupt official in Ghana and all the members of the public offices that anybody who misbehaves, anybody who is caught stealing, the person will go to jail. No room for excuses, no room for favor, and no room for anybody to think that we will favor anybody who is caught or who takes government money into consideration.
Very well. And finally,
it's very important for Ghanaians to know that the cells are meant to punish people.
Very well. Very finally, you have said that you are looking ahead to a landslide victory in the 2020 polls. How do you intend to come about that? You don't have the numbers. How do you intend to, win the elections?
Nobody gets numbers before elections. You get numbers when you begin to campaign and put policies that are going to help. Look at the policies that I've enumerated: a corruption-free economy, a decentralized state, free court, free primary education to university level, digitalized economy, production and a manufacturing hub, unique identification for the Ghanaian people, support local banks and industries, trams and train system. Who in this country will see such policies and vote for the NDC and NPP?
All right.
Because after all, we are voting based on policies and issues, not voting based on political parties' leadership and political party size. The NDC and the NPP have the biggest platform so far. But now Ghanaians are not looking for those big platforms anymore. They are looking for a leader that can transform their country and restore hope and confidence in this country.
And that leader would be you?
That is Hassan Ayarga.
Very well.
I am sure that you yourself, knowing me in 2012 and knowing me now, you can attest that it's not the same Hassan Ayarga that you know.
Mr. Ayarga, we'll have to leave it here. Thank you so much. Always interesting talking to you. So that's APC presidential candidate Hassan Ayarga there.